Fan, we are live with your host Phil X Contreras, where we talk about Solana NFTs, the love, the drama, and the vibes. We are going to talk about the Omnibox drop, Claynos, Saga Pass, Lunar Project, and some things going on with them, and much more. Note that this isn't financial advice, just me talking about cartoon JPEGs that I love and I enjoy. All right, so the first thing let's talk about is the Claynos. All right, what is going on with the Claynos? Well, we got a map. We finally got some map from Cabination. I can never really say his name. It's so simple. Cabinimation. All right, there we go. He leaked this map, and this map already looks cool as hell. You have the ancient cemetery, which is the Forgotten Islands. You got this island right here that looks like a dino shape, and what looks like the underworld right here. So this is basically the map on what we're going to pretty much be playing on, what they're going to be animating on. And one thing he asked was, Clayno parents, ask your kids how they feel when they look at the very rough map. Write down ideas they might have or how they react. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go take this stuff, take it to my kids, see how they react to this. So it's going to be awesome. I'm going to share it as well on Twitter. So make sure you follow. That way you can see what my kids, how they react to this stuff. Because they really love the Claynos. The Claynos are like their favorite NFT on Solana. So the next thing is the CPI data came in. It was at 6.5%, which is really good news as far as what is going on with the Federal Reserve and the rate hikes. So it looks like the Federal Reserve could potentially do a 25 basis point hike, maybe in January or maybe in February, instead of a 50 basis point hike. So that is basically the big news around here. You have markets reacting to it and readjusting the price. All right, so the other thing that I do want to talk about is Solana itself. Citi says Solana blockchain activity remains high. So if you haven't noticed, Solana has been doing a lot of advertisement out there without even trying to do advertisement because of things like Bonk. When Bonk came out with their decentralized way of airdropping tokens to the Solana community, it brought a lot of attention to the people in Ethereum, the people in other crypto blockchains, and then it brought attention to the media, which was kind of hilarious. So with that said, you had Bonk, the NFT, coming in hot as well, and CoinDesk did a report as well on it. Inside Bonk how 22 developers put the Shiba Inu fund into Solana and away from FTX. So it is interesting that these people are reporting this stuff on Solana. That's why you're seeing a lot of movement going on here. And you have this Bonksy NFT as well that really grew in popularity over the past 2-3 days. I got myself some Bonksies as well. I bought about 3 of them. This looks exciting for the Bonks world. And you have Omni Creative, which is basically a part of the Fracture. And they basically created this creative studio and artist management agency connected through creatives with Web3 brands. So from it looks like, this is more like community centered with the Bonk NFT. And then as you can see, they finally released some artists that have been working as well. You have the Picasauce, Oxycan, and Be Like Hats with their own type of art. I mean, these do look amazing. I do enjoy the different styles here. This one looks cool as well. And this one definitely looks Picasso-ish, I would say. So if anyone's into this type of art, you'll definitely enjoy looking at this type of art in the Omni world. So I can't wait to see what other artists are on this one, and we'll look at the market as well on how people are reacting to this project. Okay, so let's get on to the next stuff. Claynosaurz, man, oh man, they definitely hit the news today. Claynosaurz had this NFT. It's basically like an ancient dino whale, a whale raptor, whatever that is. It's definitely not a dolphin. I'm not really well known with dinosaurs, but I guess that's a whale raptor. So, well, overall, basically what happened was someone bought this for 1,250 SOL. That is about 20 grand. That is insane. And then with good ethics, good sir, he sent royalties manually. I tip my hat to him, good sir, for doing that. I wonder where he bought it at, but good. That's crazy. Seeing now Solana is also crazy. I'm sure the Clayno guys are happy because right now with royalties, the Clayno guys have been probably I think they said it was around 30% or 20% royalties from all the NFTs being sold. So this was very, very good for them. And I love this NFT. More than likely, I got some dropey looking fat dino. It was like a purple one, but overall it's cool. Awesome stuff. All right, so here's the interesting stuff. Here's what I've been trying to play with, trying to predict. Lunar Project. I've been watching this, as you know, with these live videos. I've been watching them from the beginning days when they were like at 2 SOL, 3 SOL. I bought a couple of them, I traded them, and then I bought a couple to basically save in a longer duration. So it's been a long time, and what I have noticed with Lunar Project is they have been silently been bullish on themselves. They haven't said nothing before, and I do remember when H2SOL, he put out a tweet maybe like 4 weeks ago saying projects that do not say something are building something big, typically. Or projects who type a lot, tweet a lot, are also building big. But I think this is one of the examples of a project who are just quiet because they're doing something and they don't want to spill out the beans out there and have people buy it like crazy. What they're trying to do, in my opinion, is they're trying to build a community. They want people to buy Lunar Project because of Lunar Project. They don't want people to buy Lunar Project because of hype. So they've been quiet for a while. And with that, you have people looking at it. They're like, oh, this is actually, really cool. I dig with it. It cooks. I'm going to go buy one. And then they keep it for a while. They get in the community, get on Discord. They start talking to people. They start connecting. They start networking. They start talking with the founders. Then they become a part of the community. And that takes about like a month or 2 months. And then Lunar Project would throw out the big player, whatever that is, whatever's coming out. And then the hype will come from traders, from people who are trying to basically FOMO in. And you have people who just realized the project and are investing in for another longer trade. But the play is trying to grow the community. So I think we are now getting to where they're about to announce something. And what that something is, it's probably going to align with Lunar New Year. I could be disappointed on myself over this. But I feel it. Lunar Project, we tend to underpromise and we tend to over-deliver. We are lunar moon. Moon is our home. And they have the rabbit here because the rabbit is the next zodiac sign animal on the list for Lunar New Year. So I actually did not know that was a rabbit. I do have a rabbit in my stash as well. So that's pretty cool. But Lunar Project overall have been talking about they've been displaying their confidence, I would say. Like, look at this stuff, but nothing is happening. You will see in due time. Like this guy, or not this guy, but the project itself are becoming more confident on themselves. Dinobonk, who is basically, look at this right here. He is a co-founder of Lunar Project, has tweeted out something else as well. You are not prepared for what's incoming. When you're making small decisions, use the rational logistics. When you're making big decisions, follow your heart. Whole is all in one, right? So, hey Don, do you hold any bonk bet? None. Here we go. There is one. Is there any room for Lunar Project NFT from what is coming? Who lacked this? It was himself. The Dinobonk liked it himself on this. Obviously, he's not going to say anything because they're holding off to whatever that is that's coming out. Well, I have no life. I look at this stuff. I look at what they like. You got this one here. They don't know yet. They don't know we're holding the biggest festival. We have this one here. Congratulations to all ABC founders. We are Lunar. Moon is our home. Now is our turn now. And right here, you see these guys basically saying, right here, let's look at the tweet. LFG ABC X Lunar, little eyeball. Prove it though. We will. So, I mean, I'm liking the confidence. They're starting to talk a little bit more. And that's what I basically wanted to talk about. I do think that, Lunar Project is going to play big in this. And I'm not just saying because of the tweets. If you've been listening to what I've been talking about before, they're from the Open DAO. The Open DAO is a notorious group from Ethereum. Ethereum is basically the biggest altcoin chain out there. You can debate whether they're good or not. But what I'm saying is the Open DAO is very legit. And they came to Solana to build big. They have the SOL token as well. And we have no clue how they're going to connect all this together. But I'm not going to bet against them. That's all I have to say. In my opinion, not financial advice, obviously. So that is what I'm doing. I have about 20 of them, I believe now, 20 Lunars. So we'll go into the secondary market now and see where this is at. So, okay, so we have right now my other screen, which I connected on, the NFT ecosystem. If you can see right here, the marketplaces, you have all these chains, not chains, all the volume right now that's happening, and you had this change of events from April, July, October, and then now you have this huge different type of volume. You also have right here, Magic Eden at 67, Coral Cube at 16 as far as volume for 24 hours. And you have Hate Swap at 11%, which is pretty high. They've definitely grown up a lot from the 5% range. They are now 11%. So great on them. They're connected to ABC. If you don't know, ABC is a decentralized NFT that basically owns Hate Swap. All right, so Lunar. Lunar is right over here. My good old Lunar friend. It's actually in the red now. It's actually in the red, and hopefully I can find this baby. Okay, so we were talking about this project when it was at 3 SOL. I accumulated some. It moved up a little bit around 7 SOL. I accumulated some. It went all the way up to 15 SOL. Came back down to 10 SOL, 11 SOL. Accumulated more, and it's been around this price for a while. You can see right here, it dropped down to 9. It came back to 10. It's still playing around here, and it is at 3.75%. So Lunar New Year is on the 22nd of January. They're going to be bringing Bonk. I don't think Bonk is what the main event's going to be for these guys. I think this is just a sandbag moment. A sandbag basically means you're under delivering. You're not going to overpromise something. So that's what sandbagging is. Tesla does a lot of sandbagging. They say they're going to do this, but then they do 2x from what that announcement was. We will see. We will see. We'll see where this comes out, where this plays out with Lunar. All right. So if you're new here, I have this watch list. This is my own watch list on what I like to look at in NFTs and Solana. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't go out there and go buy a random Degen NFT that I have no clue what it's about. These are what I have been basically looking at every day. So I know most of them. Some of them I need a little refresher, but this is it right here. The reds is what I like to buy into. The greens is what I like to stay away from. Greens for newbies, they tend to FOMO in greens. I completely stay away from greens. All right, so here we got more reds, which is great. Liberties are finally dropping down, which is great news for me because I do want to get in this project one day. And it is dropping very fast. It's from January 6th. It went all the way down to 21. I think there's still more to go. If Solana keeps going up, it's going to drop just like all the other NFTs. And with that said, I'm just going to keep on waiting. It's looking good for me. And you have Sorcies as well dropping from from the 5 SOL range, 6 SOL range. I sold all my Sorcies around here. It's dropping now. I do think it's not going to go back to the 1 SOL level. It's probably going to be around 3 SOL, and I could potentially buy some at this range. So this is one I'm watching as well. We're finally getting NFTs in red, and I'm glad about that. It was like what, like five weeks of just pure green sticks here. It was insane. Like I couldn't really talk much, and it was getting boring as well. But I was looking at them every day. Finally some green. I mean, finally some red. I like red. So it's finally getting this range, and I'm getting very interested. All right, so Anybody's, they are in a pickle right now. Let's say that. Anybody's went all the way up to 41 Solana. They came out with the style token. They also came out with their next Web2 brand. It was crazy. You had Toys R Us coming in. Toys R Us was bringing out a new light to Solana. I enjoyed it. They actually minted quite well. I'm not going to lie. But the problem right now they're having, the big problem, is what you basically call Web2 newbies not knowing how to play Web3. And Anybody's is there to basically help them out. They came out with the project. They haven't tweeted nothing yet. This is the concerning part. They sold out. They sold out, and they didn't say anything. It's I don't want to call this a rug. I mean, because this is a Web2 brand. You want Web2 brands to come here. You don't want to shame them. You don't want to, bring. You don't want danger here. You don't want other Web2 brands to be scared of Solana people. I'm giving them the chance to understand Web3, and Anybody's basically said that they're gonna definitely focus on this hardcore with the next 2 or 3 weeks. It was somewhere there. I still haven't seen nothing this week. This was the week they basically said that. Nothing happened. So what I said on Discord was I'm going to give them 2 more weeks. If nothing happens, I am going to most likely exit out of my Toys R Us position, which is just 1 NFT. It wasn't nothing big. It was only 3 SOL. So I knew it was high risk. I was not going to put like 20 NFTs like I did with Lunar. This one is more of just watching it closely, seeing if they will deliver. Nothing happened yet, so I think I could probably sell. But 2 more weeks. We'll see where it goes. We'll see if they really take Anybody's advice. The other thing is Anybody's. I bought this at 20 Solana, and I did say that they could potentially drop down to like 15 Solana if this doesn't work out. And so far, even the market's already dictating that nothing's happening. You can already see the listing slowly going up here. It is concerning. I mean, I would say it's definitely concerning, but I am giving them a chance and see where this goes. All right. So we had Anybody's, and not just that, Solana price is going up as well. So a lot of people tend to like to hold Solana instead of NFTs when Solana's going up. That's how this correlation usually happens. So you have Solana price going up, NFTs going down, NFTs going up. When Solana goes down, when Solana price goes down, NFT price goes up. Sometimes it doesn't happen all the time, but you typically see that if you're in this game for a long time. So the next thing that I do want to look at, we just went through Anybody's. We just went through. Let's see. We got Degens as well. Degens is still kind of not at a place where I want to buy it at yet. I'm still gonna wait for this if it does drop. Saga Pass was one that I was glad I was able to catch this early. This was at 3 SOL, and I was buying this before people started noticing that Saga Pass was gonna be something for the Solana mobile phone. So if you don't know, the Solana mobile phone is coming out, and they are now basically dropping hints about what's going to happen with the Saga Pass. And there's going to be airdrops. There's going to be events. They're not really throwing that out there on Twitter. and people are now trying to buy this pass because it's the Solana phone. Who knows what you can do with it? Who knows what projects are gonna come on it? Who knows what's gonna be developed on there? The incentives are gonna be big, probably for having a Saga Pass. I'm probably gonna punch myself for selling this at 810 Solana. So, but overall, I mean, I made profit. So I am waiting for this to drop. It seems like only some people caught the idea of this, and it's starting to drop. I could potentially put out some bids for like 4 SOL. Maybe someone will catch that because the volume here is very low. And if you remember when I talked about this earlier, I basically said that this was a dangerous NFT for me to get into because the volume at that time, now it's like 572, but like at that time when I was looking at this at 3SOL, it was like 40, it was like barely 40 or 30. And the funny thing was, like, I was putting bids like way under the price and people were accepting it because no one was buying these things. These were like houses in the middle of I don't know, Arkansas. And it was just a funny experience. But volume's a little bit higher, but I don't think it's that high yet. I can put some low bids here, like at 5 Solana somewhere. So, and another interesting one that I definitely probably I am going to get in very soon as far as like bidding. So we also have the Lily. This one seems like a doable one to get in for me again. I did finally buy a Lily, and the Lily is a project from Bunjil. Bunjil has 2 projects. He's got the Lotus Gang. He's got the Lily. The Lily is basically more like a modern art type of Bunjil play, and then the Lotus Gang is more like a pixelated type of play. I enjoyed this more though. This is my favorite art in Solana. I say that over and over again. I love it. I enjoy it. I bought one. It's finally dropping down, and I cannot wait till it drops down to like 8, somewhere around 8. If it does, I definitely do want to buy another Lily. Same thing with OK Bears. This one is dropping hardcore. This one is finally getting to a nice level to where I could potentially jump in as well. This was going to a nice ride all the way up to like 90 Solana. Now it's at 58. This is almost like half, like 50% drop. So eventually there's gonna be some support somewhere. Just like here, it was somewhere here, and then it dropped down a little bit, and then it started going back up. It's gonna happen at some point with OK Bears. It could potentially be at the 50, probably, but we'll see. Keeping a close eye on this, man. I'm telling you, man, a lot of reds here. Finally getting interesting. I'm enjoying this. All right, so Taiyo PIlots can definitely ignore this. This is still too much for me. I'm still gonna. It's probably gonna pump like usual, but I'm not gonna get in it. Community 3 at 17 Solana. This is something I got in like at 20 Solana. So yeah, it is down at 17, and the listings are going up. This one I'm still holding on. I'm gonna be holding on for a while. I do think they're gonna be probably keep going with what they're building on Web3. Utes, same thing. I'm still gonna be holding Utes. It's still at this level, and just waiting what they're gonna do on Polygon. Now, we got Toys R Us at 3.44 Solana. This one is definitely the one that I'm kind of concerned about, but it's been holding out strong here. That's what's quite impressive. So I'll see where this goes, but overall, that is basically like all the reds. So Claynosaurz, this one, I did buy this like at, I think it was it was somewhere right here. Oh, here we go. It was at 5.3040 Solana. And the reason why I bought this was, it started to dip. Claynosaurz Claymaker starting to dip, and I bought it right here. Then it came back up, and I was trying to hopefully hold it to today because they were airdropping some clay to all the holders. So when they said that, these Claymakers started pumping, and what I was trying to do was wait till near Saturday to sell this, but it already started dumping, And then when it started coming down here, I sold it. So basically, maybe like 0.05 Solana as far as profit. So this one, I was hoping for it to go longer for that airdrop, but it didn't happen. So I'm standing by now with that. And that is basically mostly everything. Super Key, this one, I am waiting for this to go down, but it hasn't gone down. So, but I'm still just looking at this, even though it's at this price. And yeah, that is basically everything on this note sheet. Now, PBB bots, they're not on Tensor, they're on Hyperspace. Looks like they probably have some code programming somewhere in there to just trade on Hyperspace. Who knows? But this one is getting also interesting. This one is at right like what 2.45 Solana. I think this is going to be one that I really want to look at. I just added this to kind of like my watch list, but you can't add it because I just have to memorize that there's a Twitter. So I'm gonna look at this more often, see what's going on here, because this one's getting interesting. I'm gonna go on Discord and basically just talk about it a little bit. So make sure you get on Discord and join the link down below in our group where we just talk. I'm gonna put my project chat in here somewhere, and then and add BB bots into it as well. So that is basically everything that I would like to talk about today. So have a nice weekend. I'm gonna get my LASIK eye surgery tomorrow, which is hopefully I come back stronger than ever. If I'm blind, the show still goes on. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but if the surgery goes wrong, the show still goes on. So well, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, so I will see you guys next Monday. We'll definitely have a lot to talk about. This weekend's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna be looking at these Lunars all weekend, and I'm sure there's gonna be some announcement in the weekend. A lot of stuff to talk about. If you still want to talk about in the weekend, again, join the Discord below. Make sure you hit that smash button, that like button, mint that like button, and comment below on anything you want me to talk about. It keeps the algorithm going. It keeps me going to make these videos for you. And much love, guys, and peace. Peace, 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 peace.